Hello everyone, how is it going? This is the Video Gamer 64 and Mr. Arcade Retro Gamer 64 here. How's it going, guys? Today is March 1st of 2019. I hope all of you had a good February, and I know today is Friday, and I know all of you are excited for Friday because today's Friday. Everybody's going to be excited for Friday. Especially me, of course. But the only thing I dread about this Friday is because Mardi Gras holidays starting, and I don't mind the holiday starting for us down here, but the problem is I won't be able to make as much videos as I did this week. But anyways, guys, I hope all of you are having a nice and wonderful Friday today. And in this video, I'm going to be showing my Atari 2600. I'm going to be showing my Atari controller collection. Yes, I got the Atari 2600 controller. I got the Atari 7800 controller and Atari 5200 controller. The only controller I'm missing is the Jaguar. And I will be giving my opinion on each of these controllers. And I don't own the Atari 5200, 7800, or the Jaguar, obviously. But I will be showing the 5200 and 7800 controller, and I will explain why I don't own the systems yet. But I had them before. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be reading the results to y'all first, and then I'll be doing the Atari 2600 videos. I mean the Atari controller video. Well, anyways, guys, let's get started with the results. Which game is winning between Defender, Atlantis, Donkey Kong, or Berzerk? So far, it's Donkey Kong. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people have voted for Donkey Kong, and nobody else has voted for any of the other games but Donkey Kong. So far, it looks like I'm going to be reviewing Donkey Kong on the Atari 2600. And I think that's awesome game, and I really love the game and stuff. Anyway, I'll be reading the people's names that voted on the game. And the first person I got on here that voted is Mason on another site, YouTube. My friend AJ on YouTube. All of these are my good friends. Shadowbones14 on YouTube voted. Isaac Guy 100 on VidLii voted. Shout out to you. Shout out to all of y'all, really, for voting and all my friends. I appreciate it. And Epsilasso, I think that's how you pronounce out his name. Dude, if I'm saying your name wrong, I apologize. But he voted on VidLii, and I got one Twitter vote. I do not know who voted on Twitter. But, yeah, all of you voted for Donkey Kong so far. But remember, guys, it's not too late to vote on which game I should review first on the Atari 2600 in 2019. I got the Twitter votes that will end in 3 days, but but the actual thing won't end until I come back. So it's not too late, guys, to vote. You could either vote in my previous video that I done with Donkey Kong, Defender, Berzerk, and Atlantis, or you can vote in this video on what game should I review on the Atari 2600. Well, anyways, guys, I will let y'all know when I come back on Mardi Gras break video. And so about the results, I'll let all of you know the final results, and I'll go through all of your names again that voted. And like I said, all of your votes count. Well, anyways, guys, let's get started with the Atari controllers collection that I have. First one I pull out is the game controller I review for the Atari 2600. I mean, I do videos on and play games on it the most. It's called Slik Stik. I believe this is it is the controller for the Atari 2600, but I believe this is third-party controller. I might be wrong, but this controller, I haven't had no problems with it at all. You got your fire button right here. Oh, wrong side. You got your fire button right here, and then you got your up, down, left, right, and then you got other directions, like it shows all the directions you can move the joystick to, and I think it's very cool, and I really love this controller. If any of you find this controller at a garage sale, yard sale, flea market, or any other place, or a retail store, I highly recommend getting this controller for your Atari 2600. For a third-party controller, I was amazed, and I think this is truly worth your money. Now we got another controller for the Atari 2600. Let me get all these cords untangled. This is the original and real deal right here. The Atari 2600 controller. I am a big fan of this controller. I haven't used it much because I used it a little bit and it seemed like I used the other Atari 2600 controller before that was just like this, and that I had a long time ago when my Atari until my Atari 2600 tore up my other Atari that I had, and this was a great controller. And when I bought this a second in Charles with another controller in my Atari 2600 system, I noticed I had a little problems with it. Like, part of it looks like it wants to, like right here, if I could show it on camera, you can see it like this. Let me zoom in a little bit. I gotta get used to this computer, guys. I'm sorry. But, oh man, y'all can't see that well. Well, anyway, it has like a big hole or something in it. So I don't know if that's normal or not, but I ain't taking no chances on breaking it because it's an iconic controller. And so I decided I'm going to leave it like that, you know, and just play with the other Atari 2600 controller. Next we have, it's known as one of the worst controllers of all time in video game history. And it's not the third-party controller, it's the original controller for the Atari 5200. And here it is. Yeah, it kind of looks like a telephone, don't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, and then you got the pound button and all of these like a regular telephone. And then right here you got your start button, then you got your pause button right here, and then you got your reset button. And on the side, you could, usually in Atari 5200 games, you could fire your weapon with this, or this side. And the controller is like this. You can move it. It's not as stiff. It's not stiff like the Atari 2600 controllers usually are in some ways, but this is more loose than the Atari 2600. And I'll say about what happened to my Atari 5200, 7800 at the end of this video. Anyway, next we have Atari 7800 controller, I believe. I think it is, yeah. And even though I love this controller, even though I haven't played the 7800, I had some games for it, but the system, I'll say it at the end. But anyway, for steering games, you got this, and you can move it up, down, left, right. See, y'all can hear that clickety sound. And then you got the fire buttons right here. And if you notice, you don't see the telephone numbers. I just call them telephone numbers. But y'all can notice the telephone numbers ain't here. And yeah, that's because Atari replaced this, like the phone keys and everything on the Atari 7800 controller. I mean Atari 7800 controller. I don't know if I said it wrong or not, so I just had to re-say it again. And yeah. Now the reason why, what happened with my Atari 5200 and my Atari 7800 was that my mom's friend actually, was going to give me the Atari 5200 and Atari 7800 for free. I was so excited because I'm a big fan of Atari. I love Atari, Nintendo, and other companies. Well, anyway, it was we tested it out on my CRTV, the box television known as that. And anyway, the the console wouldn't work. Either one of them. I don't know if we had it in the wrong plug-in place at the time. Because back then I was like 13 or 14. I knew a little. I was just starting to get into other consoles and stuff. I was always more of a PlayStation. Well, I've always been an Atari person, but I've always been more of a PlayStation and Nintendo person as a kid growing up. And yeah, Well, anyways, I didn't know much about the Atari 5200 or 7800 at the time, and so what happened was we couldn't get it to work. Either one of them, the 5200 or 7800 console, we couldn't get none of them to work. So she had to wind up taking them back and try to get them fixed. I don't know if she ever fixed them or not, but yeah, that's how it all happened. I haven't got the 5200 or 7800 back, but that's okay. I could try to find it again, but I know it ain't going to be for free because they're kind of up in value. But yeah, I think even though I never played the 5200, I know the controllers are bad, like the one I showed y'all earlier with the telephone keypads and stuff. Well, anyways, I believe the third-party controller could make the gaming experience for the 5200 a little easier and stuff like that, but the 7800, the controller is fine. Like from the gameplay and stuff I've seen of it, it looks flawless. The controller is flawless compared to the 5200. And yeah, but the Atari 2600 is still my favorite Atari console of all time. Unless I start playing the 7800 and getting it, I'll really fall in love with it more. But anyways, guys, I hope all of you guys enjoyed this video, and I gave all of you the results on which game is winning between Donkey Kong, Atlantis, Berzerk, and Defender. And obviously Donkey Kong's winning, but remember guys, it's not too late to vote. Even though the Twitter vote ends in 3 days, the results will come and end actually when I come back. Well, anyways, guys, I hope all of you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope all of you guys enjoyed my previous videos. Feel free to subscribe to me on the Video Gamer64 channel and my second main channel named Mr. Arcade Retro Gamer 64 to see more videos on there. And this is the Video Gamer 64 and Mr. Arcade Retro Gamer 64 signing off.